If your pepper plant keeps dropping flowers before they ever turn into fruit, or you're only getting 2 or 3 peppers when you should be getting dozens, this video is going to fix that for you right now. Stick around, because by the end of this you'll know exactly what to mix, how much to use, and how often to apply it so your pepper plant looks like it's collapsing under the weight of its own harvest. Before we get into the mix itself, there's one thing that decides whether any fertilizer will actually work, and that's light. Pepper plants are sun-hungry by nature, and the more direct sunlight they receive, the stronger their stems grow, the better they hold onto their fruit, and the less likely they are to attract mites and fungal problems. If your plant is tucked into a shady corner, no amount of feeding will get you the loaded branches you're picturing. So the first step, even before we touch fertilizer, is making sure your pepper plant gets as many hours of direct sun as your space allows, whether it's growing in open ground or in a container on a balcony. The second thing that trips people up is watering. Peppers hate soggy roots. Overwatering, especially in dense or clay-heavy soil, suffocates the root zone and invites fungal disease that eventually climbs up into the leaves. Water only when the top layer of soil has dried out, and always make sure whatever pot or bed you're using drains well. Get these 2 fundamentals right, and now we can talk about the feeding routine that will actually make the plant explode with fruit. The core of this method is a 3-part 1009 that covers everything a pepper plant needs to build strong foliage, hold onto its flowers, and swell its fruit to full size. The first component is an animal-based organic matter, and poultry manure is the strongest option here. Measure out 180 milliliters, which is roughly 1 small cup, of poultry manure per plant. If you're using cattle manure instead, double that to 360 milliliters, since it's a weaker source of nutrients. Mix this into a bit of water to form a loose slurry before applying, and always dig it into the soil at the outer edge of the root zone, never directly against the stem, because direct contact can burn the roots and stress the plant into dropping leaves. This step delivers the nitrogen that builds thick, healthy foliage, which is the engine that later produces flowers and fruit. The second component is dolomitic limestone, which you can find at any store that sells soil amendments or animal feed supplies. This fine white powder supplies calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals your pepper plant needs for strong photosynthesis and for locking in flowers so they don't drop before fruiting. Use 50 grams per plant, worked into the soil at the same time as the manure. This is the ingredient most home growers skip, and it's exactly why their plants flower heavily but fail to hold onto the fruit. The third component is wood ash from untreated firewood, completely free of grease, oil, or salt residue. Wood ash is loaded with potassium, which is the nutrient responsible for fruit size, fruit quality, and overall disease resistance. Use another 180 milliliters, about 1 small cup, per plant. If you don't have access to a wood-burning source yourself, ask around at places that use wood-fired ovens, since they usually have ash to spare and typically discard it anyway. Once all 3 components are worked into the soil around the plant, give it a light watering so the nutrients begin moving down into the root zone, unless the soil is already moist from rain, in which case you can skip that step entirely. Now, for timing. Apply this full combination every 15 days for the fastest, fullest results, especially during active flowering and fruiting. If your schedule doesn't allow for that, stretching it to once a month will still keep your plant productive, but don't go longer than that, since peppers are heavy feeders and a gap in nutrition shows up quickly as flower drop and stunted fruit. For garden rows or larger container setups, simply multiply this same 180 milliliter manure, 50 gram limestone, and 180 milliliter wood ash ratio by the number of plants you're feeding. There's no need to combine it into one giant batch. Treat each plant individually so every root zone gets an even, undiluted dose. One more thing worth knowing, if you start noticing curled, wrinkled leaves and a sudden stall in fruit production, that's almost always a mite infestation rather than a nutrient problem. The fix is a sulfur-based treatment, which you'll find at any agricultural supply store, usually sold as a powder or concentrate meant to be diluted in water. Always follow the exact dilution ratio printed on that specific product's packaging, since concentrations vary between formulations, and applying it too strong can scorch the very leaves you're trying to save. That's the entire method: sunlight, careful watering, and this 3-part feed on a 15-day cycle. Follow it consistently and you'll watch your pepper plant go from a few scattered fruits to branches so loaded they start bending under the weight. If this helped you, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next growing tip, drop a like so more gardeners can find this, and share it with anyone you know who's been struggling to get their peppers to fruit. See you in the next one.